Good morning, angels. Let's do a reading for this beautiful collective of divine feminines. I feel we're going to start from tapping the energy of now. So what's going on now in your situation? I want to do a little bit of what's coming in the month of May. And I also want to, I'm feeling guided to tap into how does your person see you? Because I feel this collective, there is doubt, energy of doubt, energy of in and out, energy of being on board and then doubting this connection, right? And there's also energy of competition, comparison. It's not really not standing your ground, really not standing in your center. So let's see. I'm feeling very blah as I open a channel, and I always pick up your energy. I'm feeling like I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's gonna come. So let's see what's been going on last month. Moving on, cutting ties. Okay, one more. We have two more. We have the ship, which is moving on, cutting ties, some sort of a progression, and we have soulmates, soul ties, partnerships, soul contract. So maybe this collective, and we do have a heartbreak. So maybe you've been trying to move on from something, from someone. We have also shock, and we have clarity and truth and revelations, and we have an offer. I'm hearing return energy with this offer. So maybe this collective, someone has returned into your orbit. Someone has returned. I'm not sensing, to be honest, your person. I'm sensing more someone from the past, a karmic partner, someone you had a soul tie with, someone you maybe fought in the past was your forever person. Let me do three more. We have twin flames. Hold on. All right. I'm not liking these cards, to be honest. I feel like this collective, you're going to need a re-encouragement message. Let's do one more to close the spread. Mirror. Grudge holder at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so we have twin flames, and that is on top of that ship, and on top of that moving on. So I am hearing that you have been trying to move on from the person that you have labeled as your twin flame, that you've been trying to put an end to this connection and sort of a new start fresh. Maybe you've been thinking with that soul contract, that this person, that you had a soul contract with this person. Maybe you've been going in and out. I'm hearing this collective. Is this my twin flame? Is this my karmic connection? It's very difficult, especially, I always say this, and I've recently been saying this a lot on my TikTok collectives, that there is so much misinformation about and around this connection, unfortunately, that in the beginning, it may be very confusing. 80%, and it's an actual legit number that I've taken from a download, okay? Source says 80% of information that you find about twin flames out there, it's literally nonsense. It's either vague, it's coming from a place of fear and uncertainty, of people who themselves are in that kind of connection, but they haven't mastered it yet, or people who actually are in a karmic connection, and instead of admitting, I have made a mistake and I thought that this was a real thing, and in reality this is a karmic connection that was just a lesson for me to overcome, they'd rather to say that the twin flame thing is nonsense, right? So there's a reason I'm hearing this. Maybe this collective, you have been hearing messages like that here and there, that twin flames don't exist, that this is just something that is a karmic connection, very strong karmic connection, that it's only meant to teach you something, to break you, to push you through your awakening. So maybe you have been trying to move on from this person, I'm hearing, to cut ties from this person. But with that scarcity tactics, I am hearing that you are coming from a place of fear. You are coming from a place of broken heart. You're not coming from a place of love. You're coming from a place of fear, that you've made a mistake, that you are delusional. I'm hearing delusional as well. So you would be this collective in this phase where you're just doubting, which is very sad, but understandable, because I feel this collective, you haven't been on this journey for a very long time. We have a mirror and we have an offer. So maybe this person actually made you an offer, right? That made you doubt your connection. You would be thinking, maybe they just, offer you to, they called you in the middle of the night to come to their house, or something very surface level, something very physical, and you started thinking to yourself, how could this be? How could this be my soul connection? How could this be my twin flame, the other half of my soul? How can they be, offering me something that is so superficial, so shallow, that is so inconsiderate when it comes to my feelings? But when we get awakened to this journey, the masculines are deeply in denial. They are deeply under the veil of avoidance. They're not offering you breadcrumbs out of complete lack of respect towards you, but out of complete lack of respect towards themselves. They don't feel on any level that they're worthy of anything else than that. It's not that they don't want to, they cannot. They are not capable of offering you anything else. And because we have that mirror, what I am also hearing is something that this collective, you haven't yet learned, is that maybe this is why I was being guided to do how is this person seeing you? Because I feel you're doubting. I feel you're not realizing the feelings that this person has towards you. You're only seeing what they're offering, and you're making assumptions. And that assumption is that they don't want to give you anything else, out of lack of respect, out of lack of feeling, out of lack of reciprocity. But in reality, like I said, they cannot. They're not capable. At their state of their heart and their soul right now, they're not capable of offering you anything else. And with that mirror, what I'm hearing, that what this collective, you're about to learn about this journey, that unknowingly, unconsciously, our masculine always offers us what we need to learn. Because that is true, that whether it's a karmic connection or a twin flame connection, on any connection for that matter, it is never them, it's always us. People tend to blame others. Oh, they breadcrumbing me, right? Oh, they lacking respect. But you're accepting this behavior. And it's a very big lesson on this journey. But the difference is that with a karmic connection, it's a lesson that when you learn it, the contract with this person is closed and they disappear. Whereas with your divine counterpart, you're constantly mirroring to each other what you need to learn, what you need to see in order to grow. In the beginning, very unknowingly, you are doing the same to this person. You are triggering this person in the same way they're triggering you without you knowing. You're not doing this on purpose. You're not thinking to yourself, okay, I'm going to say this to them to teach them a lesson. You don't even know probably when they are being triggered by your behavior. And it's very triggered center. It's like trigger towards trigger. And you're both making false assumptions because you're both coming from a place of wounding. There is this, I want one more for that epiphany, clarity and truth. What is it that... Death and rebirth, grudge holder. Want you back. I'm sensing very heavy energy for this collective. I feel you're going through certain revelations that you feel. Do you know what I'm actually hearing? That you are thinking that this person is your karmic connection. You are trying to let them go. You are coming from a place of fear. You are living in that scarcity right now because you're coming from a place of broken heart. You're not seeing things clearly. You are thinking that you've had a revelation that this person was only your karmic connection and that you need to learn your lesson, and that's how you're going to transform and move on. And you're trying to release the grudge towards this person, to release them and to go through this transformation. But in reality, you keep wanting them back and you don't understand this. That is this collective, yes, you would be far away from truly releasing emotions towards your person, be it heartbreak, be it grudge, because it's a very long journey, despite the fact that it's the other half of your soul, because we release grudge and heartbreak towards them as we release that emotion towards ourselves, because in reality, this is the other half of your soul. So whatever you hold, it's a mirror. Do you know what I mean? But the biggest indication, and that's what I really don't understand when people get so confused, it's such a scarcity coming from a place of ego. But when you are connected to a karmic person, right, the moment you learn your lesson, you release them. Whereas with your twin soul, you never... Yes, you release, in a sense, on this journey, you release, right, the physical outcome of your connection. The day comes that you release that, but you never release the connection to this person. Whereas with a karmic, once the lesson is learned on a level of a karmic and on a level of a lesson, this person just like disappears from your orbit, from your energy. Do you know what I mean? All right, let's see. Let's confirm maybe your emotions, and let's do a little bit of shadow work, and then we're going to move towards how are you feeling this collective? How are you feeling? Let's confirm. I'm feeling very confused, so you would be very confused. I'm feeling confusion, I'm feeling pain, frustration. I really feel for you, for this collective. I know where you are. I have been there. Every divine feminine on a twin flame journey has been there. That moment of frustration, that moment when the longing is so strong that you just really would give up anything to be with this person, and this person is treating you so poorly that you cannot understand how could this be love, because you're not understanding that they're only trying to help you to step into your power. They're reflecting your woundings to you. This is the other half of your soul trapped in a different body. You're frustrated how they treat you, but in reality, this is how you treat you. This is how you treat you. But it's so frustrating. It's so painful. It's so doubtful. And if you start to go online and look for information about this connection and you find that nonsense, and like I said, 80% is nonsense, that this is just BS, that this is non-existent, you're only gonna get more confused. You surrender. We have surrender. I feel like you're trying, and we have disruption. These came together. I feel like there are moments when you're trying to surrender to this journey, when you're trying to surrender to the path, when you're trying to trust, but there are things disrupting that. Oh, it is such a difficult moment. I remember the last reading for this collective, and it hasn't been easy, and it hasn't been pretty. You are really stuck in a very difficult moment of this journey, right? So my advice to you right now would be isolation, because in the beginning we make a mistake. We don't yet know how magical this journey is. We don't yet know how magical this connection is. We don't usually at this stage, we base our knowledge on internet nonsense, collective readings from so many, accounts and places online, instead of just, confirmation, asking our guide to guide us towards that person that will be able to guide us through this journey, and really start doing the work with a shadow worker, with a shaman, with a therapist, whatever energy resonates with you, just making sure that this is another divine feminine that's been through the journey that will be able to help you, right? But usually on this level of the journey, you're not yet there yet, and you're trying to make sense from something that is inexplicable, that has nothing to do with logic, that has no explanation. So you walk around and you talk to your friends, you talk to people, you look for information online, maybe you join some groups and you start to comment on videos, you try to figure out what does this really mean. And there's so much people coming from a place of fear, from a place of the Lululand, right? And it's causing disruption in that state of surrendering that they're trying you to achieve. Growth. This journey is about growth. They wanting you to grow. They wanting you to grow out of this phase. We have stop. That's on top of that surrender. I feel this collective, you are very, very, and we have sadness. My heart really bleeds for you. You would be in this moment that, the moment your person returns to your energy, right, to your orbit, so whether that's they call you, they text you, it doesn't matter what they want, it doesn't matter what offer they put on a table, you immediately feel this happiness, this fulfillment, right? You want to run to them. Then they disappear and you get confused. You don't understand your own feelings. You try to talk to someone about this and no one really understands you. You're trying to surrender, and that something is disrupting this energy. You're caught up in your frustrations. It's like you want to grow, and you feel subconsciously, you would be feeling that this connection is important, that it's something that can help you to grow, because it is that ultimate mirror. So maybe you're even having thoughts as things are happening with your person. Oh my gosh, maybe it's me. Maybe it's me accepting that breadcrumb offer, that offer that I wouldn't normally accept from anyone else. Maybe it is me. But then maybe it's this person. Why are they doing this? If this is the other half of my soul, and it's just sadness. It's just sadness. All right, let's break this down. Let's do a little bit of shadow work. What shadows are they trying to illuminate for you, for this collective, so you get out of this mental prison, literally. And once we do that, we're going to tap into the energy of your person. We're going to ask, how do they see you? What do they want to say to you? And then we're going to do what's coming in the month of May. Let's start from your shadows. What are your guides trying to show you? What do you need to work on right now? This collective, what do you need to work on? Let's do 4. Let's do 4. All right. Hold on. I'm just going to fix my incense. Whoop. All right. All right. We have 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands in reverse. We have Page of Swords in reverse as well. We have the Fool in reverse. We have the 6 of Wands in reverse. To be honest, I'm not liking this energy. Very heavy, very trapped. Very trapped. I really, really feel for you, this collective. They're trying to help you move to another stage of this journey, right? To understand certain things that are happening, but you are holding back. You're lacking faith. You're really trapped in reason, in things that other people are saying to you, in nonsense that you find online. It's like you're feeding your fear. You yourself, you're not looking for confirmation right now, this collective, that this person is your person. You're looking for confirmation that they're not, right? And I'm hearing assumptions. So there's something they want you to really understand about making assumptions. Making assumptions is something. There was just like literally a spark coming out of my candle. Sign, confirmation. So this is important. Let's talk about this. We always say, regardless whether you're in a journey of healing, you're in a twin flame journey, you're just on a journey of self-improvement, we always have to stop making assumptions, right? Because if you watch me on TikTok, you know that I always say that we only have 2 options. We're either coming from a place of fear or we're coming from a place of love. Making an assumption is coming from a place of fear. You have no way of knowing why someone in front of you does something, says something, feels something. You do not know. Until the moment they tell you, also considering that they are self-aware and then that they're saying the truth, you have no way of knowing. So making assumptions comes from a place of fear. When you are fearing the unknown, and the moment between you knowing and not knowing, why are they doing certain things, and you're trying to fill up the gap. Do you know what I mean? So let's say this person calls you in the middle of the night and tells you, I miss you, I would like to see you, please come to my house, right? So instead of taking it for what it is, you make an assumption. They don't respect me, they only gonna ghost me, they're gonna disappear again, they're gonna da-da-da-da-da, right? You're making an assumption. Perhaps there's a different reason, right? Perhaps they are really feeling lonely. Perhaps you are the only person that they feel like they can, at this moment of pain and disruption and turmoil in their life, that they can talk to, that they can see. Perhaps your embrace is healing for them. Perhaps they're scared to ask you for more. Perhaps they are incapable of giving you more. But here you are making an assumption out of the place of fear, instead of just taking the situation for what it is. Now, there's a completely different aspect of that you are allowed, and you should, to know your own value and put in boundaries where they're supposed to be, right? So regardless how much they need you, you are allowed to say, I'm not okay with this situation, which again, this collective, you're not ready to do, but yet you're blaming your person for offering you breadcrumbs instead of seeing that you yourself are incapable of saying no to breadcrumbs. And there is a little bit of that energy of, I don't want to say, you know, it's not selfish. I don't know how to describe this. It's not selfish because you're not being selfish in this situation, but you are seeing only your side. You're making assumptions that you're the victim here, that they're not giving you enough and they could, right? Instead of, you are seeing this situation from a bit of a self-centered, that you are in pain, right? That you are longing, that you want to see them. There are certain things, and I'm also hearing this bit of a pride coming through, bit of a cynical approach, right? So they go ahead, they offer you something, and again, you're not coming from a place of compassion, but you're judging them for doing what they do, for treating you the way they treat you. You're making an assumption, thinking that you know why they do that, because they lack respect, because they're players, because this is just a karmic, because this is not a real thing. You're making an assumption from a self-centered place instead of thinking, okay, I trust this is my person, but right now what they're offering me, they're showing me what I need to heal. Because a true woman in her glory, right, the healed, not even talking about the divine feminine, but a healed woman who knows her value would never accept this offer. Yet you do that, but that you project the blame, and you're being, and I'm seeing this energy of being like defensive, being very this stage when you're both wearing masks, when you're both trigger centered. You're in longing, you want to be in each other's presence, you want to hold each other, yet every single little word that the other person says triggers the other. They wanted you to build compassion here. It's all too heated, it's all too triggered center. Yeah, feeling stuck, Knight of Coins in reverse. You feel stuck in this situation. Death and rebirth. Ten of Wands. There's something that they wanting you to let go of. Some sort of a... They wanting you to start seeing things. One of the things that the feminine in this connection needs to build in order to grow, right? There are many things that throughout this journey, our divine masculine, unknowingly again, takes out of us beautifully. We are each other greatest teachers. I do have a video about this, that we're always equals. We're always our greatest teachers. You can go to YouTube, my playlist about divine love, about twin flames, and you're going to find this video if you want to find out more, because I don't kind of want to repeat every information in every reading, because every reading would be like 3 or 4 hours. But they're trying to show you that now it's time to build a little compassion towards your masculine. Yes, you also have to build boundaries. Yes, you also have to work on self-love. But right now you have to stop pointing fingers. It's not him that's disrespecting you by making you an offer that you're not liking. It is you disrespecting you by accepting that offer, because you're in so much longing that it's easier to accept that and then blame him. There's something that they wanting. It's you. They wanting you to process. They wanting you to transform. You're being very impatient, and through this impatience, you yourself are putting you in that feeling of stuck. I am sensing a bit of stubbornness as well. It's like you want them to change your ways, but you don't want to change yours. Because if someone is refusing to change and we think that we are unable to accept their unchanged version, we are also refusing to change through refusing to let go. Does it make sense? I'm also feeling you are a little resistant, this collective. So think about what is it that your guides are trying to show you. Your guides are giving you signs and synchronicities, I'm hearing, to guide you towards something that will give you a little bit more peace. So either they're asking you to speak more to them, to connect more to them, or they've been pushing you, you would know at the moment I say it, or they've been pushing you to go on session, healing session, confirmation, shadow work session. There's something that you've received, you would know, this collective. What is it that they're trying to push you towards? And you're a little resistant because you're still in that scarcity. It's like maybe you're afraid to go on session because you're afraid that you're gonna hear, just come to my mind for a reason, that you're going to hear that you're not actually in a divine connection. So it's like you're going in and out. You yourself are feeding your fear that you're not, but you're afraid to go to an actual person that will be able to sit with you and read your energy and give that confirmation to you. Does it make sense? That's what I'm hearing. But they wanting you, this journey is long, this journey is slow, and this journey is very hard. But this journey is the greatest gift that one can ever receive. And once you're at the other side of the bridge, you know and understand that it was worth every tear, every frustration, every pain, every struggle. But you need a good support system on this journey. You need good connection with your spiritual team. You need a mentor that will guide you through this. You need a source of information before you fully trust your own inner guru and your own intuition. And they're slowly trying to build this within you, this collective, and you are resisting. All right. All right. Page of Wands. They want you to really jump on board with this journey. Okay, let's see what we were supposed to do. Let's see what's coming in the month of May, and then we're going to tap into how your person sees you. Let's see what's coming in the month of May. I'm guided to do we want emotions? No. Let's just do tarot. What's coming in the month of May for this collective? King of Cups. That is actually nice, and I heard something specific. Hierophant. Two more. All right. What's coming in the month of May? I am hearing a mentor, to be honest. So we have a King of Cups, which is growth when it comes to emotional maturity, I'm hearing, right? So there's something about the emotional aspect of your current situation that I think you're gonna start conquering. It's like your emotion will dial down a little bit. But with that, I also heard another divine masculine. So this may be a detail just for some of you, but I've heard specifically that in the beginning of May, you will find a video of a divine masculine, beautiful divine masculine, that will say something that will bring to you sort of an explanation when it comes to understanding the journey of the divine masculine, understanding the emotion of masculine energy. It doesn't necessarily have to be someone on a twin flame journey. There are many divine masculines that haven't been activated through the twin flame journey. But it's like you will look at men at masculine energy and masculine wounding as well from a different perspective, I'm hearing. And with that Hierophant, I am hearing a mentor. So really be mindful of, because we have two of swords as well, which represents sort of a crossroad, a bit of a choice. And also I feel like you're going to get an opportunity that 2nd and 3rd week of May to transform your approach towards this journey. So switch from constantly looking to feed your fear online, reels, videos and messages from random people that you don't even know who they are, you don't even know their journey, and you're going to receive a choice to really connect to a mentor, to really maybe even work with someone. So maybe you will get the courage and you will be guided to book a session with someone, whether that's a shadow worker like myself, or maybe you will gravitate more towards a shaman, a shamanic healer, a coach. We should always listen to our intuition. We should always, follow our intuition. What our intuition is telling us. Our guides always show us. There's a reason we see, there's no coincidence in the universe. There is randomness, but there's no coincidence. So every video that pops on your feed, there's a reason for it. But now you have to decipher your reaction to that video. Is it coming from a place of fear, or is it coming from a place of love? So when you listen to someone, a message, someone talking about twin flames, is it activating fear? And you listening to this because you're trying to confirm that your logical mind always knew that it was a karmic connection, or that they twins don't get into union? Pfft, nonsense. Or someone who resonates deeply with your soul, and they're saying something that it resonates with your soul. I feel like that a mentor will be put on your journey, and you'll be able to take that opportunity. I am sensing that the end of, let's do another row, but the end of May can be a bit challenging. I am feeling an emotional month for this collective, to be honest. Hold on. 2 more. That's nice. 1 more. Okay. That's actually nice. We have the High Priestess clarifying this King of Cups. Remember what I said about this King of Cups, that there will be a masculine energy that sort of will help you to shift a little bit. And I'm also hearing more compassion. Something will, maybe for some of you, it's not going to be an influencer, a divine masculine. Maybe it's going to be a man in an actual, your physical life. So someone at your work, I just heard. It may be different for some of you because it is a collective, but I feel you're going to come across a male figure that will share a piece of their story, that your higher self and your intuition, your inner guru will get activated and really connect to the words that they will be saying. It's like you will know the truth in these words, and it will help you to grow emotionally. It will help you to build that compassion and get out of that current shadow that you're stuck in, that you look at this situation through your pain, through your discomfort, right? And I am, with that Hierophant, I feel you will be, there will be a mentor put in front of you, and you will receive an opportunity to start working with this mentor, or at minimum start watching this mentor to ease into that relationship. But I feel this person will bring a lot of structure and a lot of certainty when it comes to you on this journey. So you will be able to learn a lot from this person when it comes to not just specifically this journey, but also your fulfillment, that this journey is self-discovery journey. This is not a journey of love. This is not a journey of romance. This is a journey of self-discovery. If we approach this journey right and we start doing the work, this journey reveals the most authentic, loving, beautiful version of self that we never thought we could be. It's a self-discovery journey, and it's someone that will start to open your eyes towards that. And I am sensing, because we have a Fool on top of that Two of Swords, so you will make the right choice. I feel you will follow your intuition. I feel that your monkey mind is going to start to, you know, blah, 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 karmic, it's not real, I'm Delulu. But you will take that leap of faith, I'm hearing. So maybe this will be an impulse. Maybe you will just see a video of someone online. You will really resonate with their energy, with how they speak and you know, how they look. And you will really feel something watching that video. And without even thinking about it, you will just like message them to book a session. It will be an impulse, I'm hearing, to connect to this person. You will take that leap of faith, and it will help you to break through, to start. We have Ace of Wands and we have Ace of Swords, an energy of new beginning. I feel that this will help you, that leap of faith will help you to deal with your sadness, to deal with your negative outlook on your current situation. I feel you will still feel a little stuck because, the breaking through that impatience takes a lot of time for the feminine on this journey. Again, because the journey is long. But it will really help you to get more excited about it, to be more grateful, to step onto that journey, to feel this will be a journey of self. You will get excited about this. I'm hearing this collective. I'm hearing you will get excited. Very beautiful energy, very beautiful month ahead. Truly, if you take the right choices, if you follow that intuition, something that can really connect you to the right timeline on this journey. All right. Let's tap into this person, shall we? Let's ask, how does this person see you first? Because that's something that this collective, you're completely doubting. How is this person connected to this collective? See them. Not really. Liking this energy. Let's do a first row. Let's see. Okay. You're scaring them. That's what I'm hearing. You're scaring them, which is normal. Which is normal in the beginning of this journey, because your divine masculine, your divine counterpart, right? Divine masculine, divine feminine, your twin flame is the only object in the universe that has the same frequency. So energetical intensity of this connection is uncanny. It's something that when you are bathed in your shadows and covered in your emotional armor, whether that's anxiety, whether that's avoidance, whatever that is, you are unhealed. It's a recipe for a disaster. It's that triggered center mask connection, right? Because you don't know how to deal with this. The emotion is just so overwhelming. So because the feminines, we usually come from a place of wounding, mother wound, father wound, whatever that is. We come with anxiety. We come from lack of self-love. We come from a place where we think that love is something that you beg for, that you prove yourself to be worthy. We are in a chaser boots. And the masculine puts in the avoidance for many, many reasons. One of those reasons being that they're unconsciously showing us who we need to become, but they're also running away from love, vulnerability, emotion, because they live a life of karmic experiences from childhood, and they're also very wounded. They don't believe in genuinity of that emotion. So your intensity repels them. again, on a level of conscious 3D mind, it repels them because they associate love with control, with men eater, with women manipulating and wanting something from them. But on an unconscious soul level, it repels them because they know the real you, they know the soul of you. And they know that you're not supposed to be chasing. You're the feminine, you're the queen. You're supposed to sit in stillness and wait for them to come to your cave, to claim you. Yet you chase. So they see you as chaser. And I've heard that firefly. I'm seeing this for light and for the shadow. So they're a little bit afraid. They're a little bit intimidated. They do sense that you're sitting in your masculine energy because you're chasing. Chasing is masculine. You're not supposed to do that. So they're repelled by that. They're intimidated by that. And when it comes to that firefly, on one hand, they like and it's sort of like this energy that they love it, but from far. So maybe they observe you, follow you on your social media. Maybe they've mentioned this to you, that they actually like, your energy, your passion, your dedication towards life, the things that you want to achieve. But up close, it's too much for them. It's too intense. It's scaring the hell out of them. With that bat, I'm also hearing that they see you as very mysterious. They see that no matter how, it doesn't matter, right? We see others from a veil of ourselves, our own woundings, right? So even if you feel that you're trying to talk a lot about yourself and you're not hiding anything, they are sensing that you are hiding something, that you're very mysterious, that there are things about you that they don't know. And with that fox, sneakiness. Too good to be true, I just heard. But you have to understand, masculine, for a very long time in the beginning, they sit in the energy. They've been surrounded. You have to understand this. The part of the role, of the journey of the masculine is they have to conquer karmic patterns, karmic contracts, karmic relationships. So usually from childhood, they're surrounded by karmic relationships. So most women, sometimes even caregivers and in their family, are wounded feminines that constantly want something from them, want them to fix their life, want them to protect them. They're very that manipulative, man-eater, lacking of self-sufficiency kind of energy. Do you know what I mean? So you are trying to convince them to love you and to be with you, and they see it as manipulation. They see it as a man-eater energy. And your masculine energy, and you are sitting in a masculine energy, is intimidating them. I'm hearing, okay, we have the all, and that's on top of that cheetah. So what I am hearing with this, all can represent a few things. I am hearing two things also combined with that black egg. There is fear when it comes to your energy. So on one hand, maybe it happened that you've said something to this person that it really resonated, or your intuition told you something that you shared with them that why the hell did they knew this? It's like they're scared of your intuition. Your intuition wouldn't be fully activated at this point, this feminine, but I feel that you speak certain things that they just terrify them. How deeply, because with our counterpart, right? Even when we're wounded, even when we're wearing a mask, even when we're wearing that armor, that person is the other half of our soul. So we know them, we see through them. This is why eye contact is so powerful. And this is why when the masculine truly goes under the veil of avoidance, they disappear under a rug. They cannot even look at us straight in the eyes because we're incapable up front, face to face, of lying to each other, because you, through the eyes that are the window to your soul, you sense that frequency of the same soul, right? Do you know what I mean? So even though you're not this feminine, I don't feel you activated as a psychic or a medium just yet. Your gifts haven't fully developed because you're in the beginning of this journey, but you already have insights, and they're not aware of that, but you have that view into their soul because it's the other half of your soul. So it's like you understand them. So I feel like you've said a couple of things that really scared them, how they cannot wear the mask with you because you see through them, and it scares the hell out of them. And I'm also hearing that there is a financial intimidation. So maybe that is your societal issue. Maybe you're a person is not in the best place financially and you're actually in a better place, or you're actually thriving, or you have a very successful career, and that also puts that it's not helping that masculine energy. So they really feel like that wounded feminine with you, and you hold that masculine energy in this connection. It's never gonna work. You're chasing, you're trying to provide that comfort, that security is going to work, we can do this. You're convincing, and subconsciously you're scaring them. I am also hearing that butterfly, that there is a sense of freedom that they admire in you. So maybe you have a very free mind. Maybe you're one of those people that, you think that everything is achievable, that dreamer kind of energy. And they're really sitting in a place, again, very own to the masculine, wounded masculine, and a lack of belief. A lack of belief. I'm also hearing unpredictable. They would see you as a little unpredictable. So they would be a little bit very intimidating energy. And yes, it is true. We do not intimidate anyone ever. People are intimidated. It's not us, it's them, right? Truth is that you're not sitting in the right energy because you're not sitting in your feminine. You're sitting in your chaser, wounded, masculine, please love me, begging for attention energy, sorry to trigger you, which is intimidating the hell out of them. But they're also wounded, which is increasing that intimidation. So to be honest, even if you came across a man who isn't that easily intimidated, you're not sitting in the right energy, this feminine. You're very strongly in your masculine energy. The chaser, the pursuer. Unpredictable, a bit aggressive. Feminine is supposed to bring peace. Feminine is supposed to bring stillness, certainty. All right. All right. Alrighty, right. Let's see where they are when it comes to this connection. And then I want to pull to finish. I want to pull a couple of messages. What is it that they want to say to you? Let's see where they are. Let's confirm when it comes to your connection. Let's just maybe do 5 of these. 1, 2. One more. What? There you go. There you go. All right. We have our destiny is calling. Preparations are underway to take the next step. Number 6. You are entering a next stage of this connection, and I am hearing that you are being a little resistant, but this you are this feminine. You are at this first stage of the connection when you're still feeling and seeing things through your wounding. You're lacking compassion towards this masculine, and you have to understand that this journey is about healing of both of you, self-discovery, and you lead the way when it comes to the 5D aspect, the soul aspect of the journey. So your destiny is calling, and they're waiting you to answer this call. We have number 5. Please send me energetic support. Use the frequency of love to uplift me because I need your help. And this is what I'm hearing. When, the masculine heals on the level of the matrix and the level of the physical, and he leads in the physical, right? So he has to be the masculine of the connection. He leads the when and the how and the reaching out and so on and so forth. That's why we're saying that you should never do that as a feminine. But you lead on a level of a soul, and right now he needs your support. And what you're doing is you're putting the emotional and the spiritual blame on him by saying you're offering this, you're offering breadcrumbs. You're supposed to lead and set the boundary. What is it that he needs to offer? We have number 10. I'm awakening. I know more than I'm letting on. I feel you are awakening this feminine. Obviously, we always work. The masculine doesn't awaken for a very long time on this journey, but he walks this journey with us from day one. It's just that he does his role, teamwork, right? I'm praying you'll come back after everything that's happened between us. I worry that you won't forgive me and allow me another chance. I feel that this is something that this feminine you need to understand, that you blame, again, those assumptions. Assumptions are very important for this collective. Make no assumptions, make no expectations. You are making assumptions that this masculine is coming from a place of lack of respect, from a place of wanting something physical from you only, not loving you, not respecting you. And in reality, what they offer you, it costs them a great deal. So what is a breadcrumb to you is a world to them. And in the same time, they suffer knowing that they cannot offer you more because they know that you deserve more. They know that you want more. So here they are. Imagine, right? Imagine this person sitting on a throne, right? And there's another person in front of them. And this person on the throne has many, many things. Let's say it's a princess or it's a queen sitting in her little castle, right? And there's this person in front of them who's wounded, who is scared, who has been through a lot, and who has nothing, right? And all they have for this week is a breadcrumb to nourish themselves. And they come to you, and they give you that. And you judge them, not only because this is something that is not enough for you, but you feel like this is a lack of respect. How would they feel? I'm not saying you should accept the breadcrumb, but the true queen in her compassionate, unconditional love would say, I thank you so much for what you're offering. I see you. I appreciate you. But unfortunately, according to my values, I cannot accept this gift. They're trying you to understand that they're giving you all they can. And it's not an excuse. Again, you will have to build boundaries on this journey. But I feel right now compassion is what you need more. Sometimes I feel like you're speaking to me in my head. At times it triggers me because I wonder how much you can see into me. Confirmation, remember what we said? You've said some things that this masculine, it scares him. It scares how much you see through him. It scares how much you understand certain things. But then on the other hand, you don't others. All right, let's finish up. What does he want to say to you? Let's do 6 of these. They're flying, so he really wants to say things to you. 2 more. All right. We have, I know I messed up everything. So they would feel guilty, this masculine. They would feel guilty. They would feel like they messed up with you, that they're not giving their best, that they're not, do you know what I mean? We have, I hide behind material things. Maybe they are very concerned about material world. Maybe I'm hearing more shallowness than material things. I'm hearing more that they're not showing their true heart, their true vulnerability. They're hiding behind games, behind shallowness. So many things remind me of you. I think that you don't even realize how much this person thinks of you. And we always say this, and it is true, that whenever we think of them, that red thread is very powerful. They think of us as well. It's just that in the beginning, they process those thoughts on a different level. We both know I'm not the one for you. again, we've said this masculine doesn't feel that he's worthy of you. It's not that he realizes that he's that person with a breadcrumb and you are this queen. There's a reason it came to my mind. He feels that way. And no matter what you say, that you don't care about certain things, that you don't want, as long as he doesn't believe his value, you're not going to convince him. He doesn't feel that this could work. He feels that you're from different words. I'm afraid to contact you. So there it is. You're making assumptions that he doesn't care, that he's probably with someone else. And again, masculines have sometimes karmic contracts to complete with other people that they have to deal with. This is why separation happens. But I feel like he thinks about you more than you could ever imagine, and he wants to contact you every day. It's the avoidance. You have to build compassion, this collective, and you really have to understand avoidance. Where does it come from? How difficult it is for people who are stuck in avoidance to actually come forward, and especially men who are supposed to be in the masculine energy, and I'm not available. With that, I'm not available, is just for you to understand, as hard as it is for the feminine to understand, this masculine right now is not in a state of a spirit and mental health to form a healthy relationship. There's a lot of healing that has to happen, and you have to be the beacon of light and the leader of that healing on a level of a soul. I hope this was helpful. I love you so incredibly much. If you have questions, I want to say leave them in the comments. Please feel very welcome to leave them in the comments as well. I will, of course, respond. But you can also message me on Instagram. I'm happy to connect to my Divine Feminines on a journey, because this is my life's mission, to help you, to guide you, to support you, and to be there for you. Again, I love you, and I'm sending you so much strength, because I know that you are not in a nice place right now, but this too shall pass. You just have to trust.